Welcome to the street known as Manzana de la Discordia. On this street you can find three fashionable buildings made by three important modern architects. In front of you stands the most famous one, the spectacular Casa Batlló, made by Antonio Gaudí. To the left of Casa Batlló you have the Casa Batlló, designed by Joseph Puig. And further down the same street, in the corner, you have the Casa Morera, designed by Louis Domenech. The name Manzana de la Discordia means apple of discord. The name refers to the Greek mythology, where an apple given by the goddess Ares to the fairest led to a dispute between three goddesses, eventually leading to the Trojan War. In this case, it of course refers to the rivalry between these three architects and their buildings. Fortunately, it hasn't led to any wars. The wonderful and strange house you're standing in front of was originally built between 1875 and 1877. In the beginning of the 20th century, the house was bought by the rich industrialist Joseph Batlló, who intended to tear down the old house and build a new one on the site. He contacted Antonio Gaudí, who accepted the job of designing the new structure. Gaudí did, however, convince Batlló to keep the old structure and simply remodel it instead, tearing it down. Between the years 1904 and 1906, Gaudí completely remodeled the interior, created a new facade and a new roof, while also adding extra height to the building. The project was strongly discussed by the local government, as many elements of the design completely broke away from the Barcelona building norms and standards. Luckily, the project was allowed to be completed. Even though it is based on a previous structure, Gaudí basically constructed a whole new building. While Gaudí is the main man behind the building and its design, he had help of experts within the fields of carpeting, ceramics and ironworks to complete the structure. The name Casa Batlló simply means the House of Batlló, based on its founder. To no surprise, the Casa Batlló is most known for its outstanding facade, generally considered one of the most creative and brilliant urban facades in the world. The facade is, like everything Gaudí created, almost without any straight lines and a masterpiece of Art Nouveau architecture. The lower levels are rather astonishing, with tracery, irregular oval windows and flowing sculptured stonework. These large windows have given the building one of its nicknames, the House of Yawns. If you look above the ground floor, at the large oval windows, you can see that the pillars look very similar to bones. This has, together with the balconies, which also look like pieces from a skeleton, given the house its other nickname, the House of Bones. Much of the upper facade is decorated with a beautiful Catalan mosaic made of glazed ceramic tiles, which makes the building look like something taken from a fairy tale. The roof further adds to the surrealistic feeling you get from looking at the house. If you're able to get a good look at the roof, you will see that it is arched and that the scaly roof very much resembles the back of a dragon or dinosaur. A common theory about Casa Batlló is that it pays tribute to the legend of the Catalan patron saint, Saint George, and his battle with the dragon. The spire-like feature on the left side of the roof would then represent Ascalon, the sword of St. George, which has been plunged into the back of the dragon. The bone-like features of the facade would represent the bones of all the dragon's victims, or the bones of the dragon itself. If you decide to go inside, you can also enter the roof and get a closer look at its magnificence. There is of course a ton of other things to see on the inside as well. People say it's the facade that catches your attention, but the interior that captures your imagination. On the inside, you can find undulating walls, beautiful tile, and many other decorative elements. If you have the time and money to go inside, I can highly recommend it, as it will give you a deeper understanding of the famous architect and his intentions. It is also a fantastic chance to escape and become lost in one of Gaudi's dreamlands. The Casa Batlló is today one of Barcelona's most famous buildings, and it can be found on the UNESCO World Heritage List, a testament to the uniqueness of this enchanting building.